The education system we have now was basically designed for the agricultural era.
Where do jobs come from? Learning from a master, learning from a professional. Real-world education.
Amazing to me how many classrooms there are with an adult talking at them in the front of the room.
I mean, this is a program that's perfect for a person who's right out of high school who wants to break into film. It's also good for adults, you know, people that are 30, 40s, 50s, you know, because they can keep their job and do this on the side. It's also a good program for younger people that are just out of high school trying to figure out what they want to do instead of going off to that art institute where schools fall short on is job placement. The Film Connection program is right for anyone who wants to break into any aspect of the film industry. The biggest difference with Film Connection Film School over traditional film schools, there's a lot of differences, but the biggest difference is with our program, you're learning with real filmmakers. In film school, you're learning in a school. With Film Connection, you're being trained by real filmmakers. Again, you're being trained by actual people in the business. And you're really on movie sets, not college, not student. You're training on actual film sets where you're shadowing one-on-one.
The Film Connection Film School is the school of the future. And the reason I believe that is because people all over the world are craving a real-life, real-world film school education. The word is out. You cannot compare the kind of education you get in a classroom with 60 students with the kind that you get in the real world.
If you want to be a DP, we have you work directly with a DP. If you want to be an editor, we have you work right with an editor. We have a program where you can get an overall view of what it's like on a movie set, where you would shadow the camera department, the lighting department, the gaffers, the grips, the first and second ADs, sitting down with an editor. So from you shadowing in all the areas, after you're done with the program, now you'll get an educated idea on what you may want to break into in film. My student will get a job right where they're training. Why? They're there already.
The education system we have now was basically...
Film Connection is located virtually everywhere. What I mean by that, keep in mind, you train on real film sets and in real production companies. So wherever you live, if you're in Los Angeles, you train on films in LA. If you're in New York, you train in New York. If you're in Cincinnati, Ohio, you go to a production company in Cincinnati, Ohio.
They're designed for the agriculture.
So you want me to go to college?
College? Barber or clown?
With this, you're an apprentice. They're expecting you because you have an assignment to do. They're teaching you one-on-one. They're private tutoring you on a real film set or in a real post house one-on-one.
Is it gets you a structured course curriculum. It gets you onto real film sets, but it also helps you make the connections you're going to need to get hired.
You're going through a very intense structured program, and basically you get course materials and supplies, your mentor gets the manuals and supplies, and he's teaching you one-on-one. He's private tutoring you from the basics to the more advanced stuff in the studios.
They're designed for the agriculture.
So in conclusion, good luck on tomorrow's big final exam. Exam? Oh, this is just like one of those bad dreams.
Film Connection is accredited through the National Private School Alliance. Film Connection is very affordable. If you look at the differences between what it costs to do the Film Connection program and what you get, and what it costs to go to traditional film school, are charging $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. And it's a school. You become part of maybe a 2-minute student short. With Film Connection, you're spending not even a quarter of that, and you're learning on real movie sets one-on-one with a mentor.
Think about it. Where do people get hired? They don't get hired on a college campus, no. They get hired in the real world, and they get hired because they can be trusted. They get hired because they've built relationships with working professionals. And that's exactly what the Film Connection Film School does.
The Film Connection program is right for anyone who wants to break into any aspect of the film industry.